Good morning, everyone. Here's your Eastern Idaho weather and planning briefing for the last day of August here in 2020. And it's going to be breezy today, especially across the south. What's different? It's much cooler across the area today. We're talking rain and mountain snow showers with maybe a little bit of a brief accumulation above 7,500 feet for today, believe it or not. But it's September, the end of August, 1st of September. We sometimes get these storms rolling through. High pressure's back for the rest of the week, and that means the heat returns to central and eastern Idaho. Pretty much minor to moderate impacts from showers and wind for today. The humidity is just really too high today, have any red flag warnings, but that does not mean that we won't get a fire to start moving if it catches the wind in the right conditions. We still are expecting some frost and local freeze conditions, mainly for areas outside of the Magic Valley and South Hills for tomorrow. And then we start seeing the dry conditions, the low relative humidity, and the heat coming back, and that's going to eventually increase towards critical fire conditions if we can get some wind by the time we get to next weekend here in our area. So what else is going on across our area for today? We'll take a look at those temperatures in a moment, but let's look at where precipit's going to fall with our wave coming through today. And as it does, it will be dropping to the south and to the east. The initial wave will be moving across Lemhi County into the Island Park area, the northeastern corner of the state around the Continental Divide. And then as that low comes through, we'll see it actually dropping more to the south and things becoming more spotty in terms of showers once it gets towards the Utah border, the Bear Lake area down into northern Utah through this afternoon into this evening. And eventually we're going to be dry for the next several days once we get to that point. Precipitation totals, not much going on, although up in Lemhi County we could see maybe 1/10 of an inch of precip for this morning and the afternoon, and just a tiny bit more across the area. That's actually we're going to see where we'll see most of the precipitation, maybe 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch in the highest elevations, and those areas where we'll be looking at the very light snow accumulations during the morning hours, and then that precip once again moves out of our area. The other story, we're talking about some of those winds today. You'll notice some gusty west to southwest winds, the Magic Valley, the South Hills. Actually, the South Hills will be diving towards a northwest wind, and that's usually a pretty breezy pattern for that part of our area. And then as we go in the afternoon, those winds increase. Up north, they're going to be weaker and more out of the north, but we'll still see some gusts of 20 to 30 miles an hour. Further south, some of those gusts could briefly reach 40 miles an hour this afternoon before they die off. And maybe even down around City of Rocks, the Utah border, we might see some gusts briefly in excess of 40 miles an hour before those winds die off for later on this evening. Temperatures for today, definitely not where we have been. Look at Island Park, 53 degrees today. Idaho Falls, 60. We're probably not going to get out of the 70s, except maybe right down towards Samaria, Malad City, and those areas as well, the Curlew area down on the southern end of the Arbon Valley. That's where we might get down or get above 70 for today. Temperatures tomorrow quickly rebounding, and by the time we get to Friday and Saturday, a lot of mid-90s returning to the area, so just a very short taste of fall across the area. Now, the other story, besides the wind, and of course we're talking about the cooler weather, temperatures in the morning are going to be quite chilly across the area. Stanley, 23, probably in the teens at Copper Basin, otherwise 20s and 30s. There might be just a tad bit of frost, not a widespread frost problem in the morning. Maybe in some of those higher valleys, certainly we'll see some more frost. But across from the northern part of the Snake Plain, not much frost to be had there, but temperatures in the mid-30s in those areas. Once you get towards the Utah border into the Magic Valley, temperatures will be only in the 40s in the morning. And then we're going to see temperatures not too bad the next few days, 40s and 50s, maybe getting close to freezing around Stanley up in Copper Basin as well. So once again, things are very fall-like for a very short amount of time across the area before the heat and the dry weather returns. If you have any questions, give us a call. Otherwise, everyone, have a great Monday and stay safe out there.